Yatoro Buff, the man who received 100% win rate at TI finals with it, the miracle who lifted 2 ages with it, only to do it after the legendary OG. But what is Yatoro Buff and where did the idea even come from at the first place? Is it actually that overpowered? Does it even work? Simply put, Yatoro Buff is a term used in esports when a player saves their head to improve their performance or gain a competitive advantage. This phenomenon is not limited to just Dota. Recently, elites from Team Complexity, who had struggled for almost 4 years since his prime, participated in the first ever major CS2 event and nearly clinched a major title after adopting the Yatoro Buff. And Demon 1 in Valorant, a complete rookie with no prior experience in the Tier 1 scene, joined Easy, a team that had been struggling at the bottom of the Valorant Pro scene throughout its existence, and after going bald, this rookie remarkably secured second place in his very first major event.
You just need to go bald.
And here's the crazy part. Just 2 months later, at the championship, one of his teammates decided to go bald this time and they literally beat every best team and won the championship title. A team that was at the bottom of the bottom became the #1 team in just few months.
Infamy, give it up for your 2023 World Champions, Evo Geniuses!
How crazy is that? Our Dota 2 scene gets even spicier when we dive into the International 2022, but before we do that, we need to first know where it all began. Now, when it comes to the origin of Yatoro Buff, there isn't a specific point in esports history. However, in the world of Dota 2, many believe it all started with Yatoro from Team Spirit after winning TI-10. Team Spirit weren't even expected to make it to TI-10, let alone win it. They were a team filled with rookies who had no prior LAN experience, led by their only veteran IGL Miposka. They barely managed to qualify for the International with a neck-and-neck 5-game series against Team Empire.
First round is there. Oh, the stun, it catches that.
There's two.
And there's the call. What a connection. Yatoro jumps in. Never a chance. Team Spirit makes the play, finds the kill. They're going to TI, Trent. They're going to be very happy about it indeed. 54,000 gold lead, but the throne going to go down. Well paid, Brats.
And the teams in the International were on a whole different level. However, with that unexpected performance, they barely managed to secure an upper bracket spot with the 4th place. But it did not end well for them. Their next opponent IG, one of the favorites to win TI, who reverse swept Easy and stole away their major title in Singapore, slammed them right down to the lower bracket.
We're going to see it used again. Into yet another kill. Now we're fountain farming, it seems, for IG.
So what are we at right now? We're at 70 kills.
It's GG essentially.
And now, to win the International, they had to make a similar run like Team Liquid from 2017, who also happened to lose to IG in the first series. They easily defeated their next opponent Fnatic, but there was one big problem. OG had also dropped to the lower brackets, and they were Team Spirit's next opponents. Yes, that OG with 2 consecutive TI wins and were going for a 3-peat. The only fortunate thing for Team Spirit was that Ana was not a part of that OG due to being burned out, as per Nutel's interview.
Ana had kind of burned out, lost motivation to play.
But Ana's replacement Sumail was not just any player. He himself is a TI5 champ who also won Dota's first Asian Championship, all when he was just a rookie. So things were not going to be easy at all. And that's when Yatoro made a very bold move. Yes, he went bald. To everyone's surprise, Team Spirit's Cinderella run continued as they toured the 2-time TI winners and ended their dream of a 3-peat.
Save is out, and now Sumail BKB, it's going to wear off soon. Has to back out of there as Yatoro chases the winner's curse. It's going to connect, and afterwards, Soxa, he just has to disrupt it, but no, he can't get there in time. The jump in, Sap tries to salvage it, isn't enough. The Evil Scepter lift up, Mira goes down, but they pull it back in for more. Yatoro too strong on this life stealer. 3 dead, no buyback. Is this going to be the end for OG? As Soxa also to fall. Oh my god, he's just going for the spider legs through. They get the vision. OG, there's nobody left alive. It's only no tail. There's nothing left, and GG is called. Team Spirit
When Miposka was asked about Yatoro's hair, even he didn't have a legit answer.
Ilya want to cut his hair, something like this, and I'm like, what, why he want to do this? I have no idea. So I don't really know why he did it.
So Yatoro's hair is a mystery to all, including his own team. All right, final.
They advanced themselves by defeating IG and secured a spot in the top 3.
JT drops the Echo Slam, but they're all falling on IG. It's an ultra kill for Yatoro. It's down to Gekko's a rampage for the Drow Ranger.
Their next opponents were Team Secret, the favorites to win the whole tournament. But Yatoro, along with Collapse's Insane RP, dropped his third rampage against the Titans, heading straight into the finals without showing any weakness and a single trace of fear.
Absolutely, Yatoro does it again, Cinderella.
It's over.
And they're gonna call GG. The underdog story is still alive.
And we all know what happened in the grand finals. A 5-game series, a treat for every Dota fan. It was a feast. LGD, after coming so close to taking the aces back to China but failing just shortly every single time, were destined to miss once again. It would be yet another year of defeat for them. Did the Ball Buff make the difference? Even after securing the Tiny and Lycan combo, which LGD had never lost a series with in the event, they just couldn't do anything against Collapse's Magnus and Yatoro's Terrorblade.
今天的表演，今天的表演。但是他们看到了，他们知道这一点。
Spirit, they're gonna chase on.
I'm is alone.
Он же тут совсем один. Что ж ты здесь один стоишь на солнцепёке?
The Ages had a chance to return home where it all began a decade ago. The Ball Buff paid off to the extent that even their president congratulated them. But what Yatoro chose to do next would haunt him for an entire year. When the next international came around, so did the Ball Buff meta. This time, however, more people were looking to harness the power of the Yatoro Ball Buff. EG finished their group stage as the top seed with 7 wins and only 2 losses. They were expected to win the whole thing. However, what came next surprised everyone. As a top seed, they could choose their next opponent from another bracket, which consisted of teams placing 3rd and 4th. Hesitant to face a Chinese team, they chose Thunder Awaken. On the other hand, Thunder Awaken had an unexpected strategy to defeat EG. Panda Mu saved his head just before his match against EG and unsurprisingly managed to upset the favorites of TI11, sending them to the lower bracket.
The only one to get out, as there it is, GG is called Thunder Awaken.
This achievement marked the first time a South American team had reached the top 6 in the history of the international. RTZ has been rumored to be cursed, preventing him from ever winning a Valorant. His track record suggests that he tends to perform exceptionally well throughout the year or during events, only to lose it all when it matters the most. So after dropping to the lower bracket due to Thunder Awaken's Ball Buff, RTZ, before facing Peace Coast in his elimination match, decided to offer up his head to the Dota gods in hopes of breaking the curse and finally securing a Valve title under his name. But there was another problem. Peace Coast had their own answer to RTZ's bald head. Beast Coast assistant coach Raykil saved his own head before the match against EG to totally negate RTZ's ball buff.
He says because RTZ shaved, it was necessary. You have to beat the curse.
So RTZ shaved his head to counter, and then you tried to counter his counter. Yeah, so what's next? How do you top this? Moving forward for the next.
¿Cómo superas esto la siguiente partida? Voy a pelear a alguien del equipo. He's gonna shave someone else. He's gonna shave him though.
Oh no! Okay.
And to everyone's surprise, Beast Coast outdrafted EG in both games and eliminated the favorites to win TI11 with their own ball buff.
Beast Coast
But the story doesn't end there. While the Bal buff saga was unfolding, Team Spirit found themselves struggling without the buff as Yatoro chose not to make any offerings to Dota God this time. They managed to win just one series against Entity and suffered a loss to Tundra. The remaining series ended in draws. As a result, with only 1 win, 7 draws and 1 loss, they found themselves in the lower bracket best of 1 series. Yes, the defending champions were just 1 loss away from going home. On the other hand, Boom Sports, who barely made it to the group stage with a surprising 2-0 victory over the top-seeded Easy on the final day, forcing a 3-way tiebreaker against Sonic Hughes and Bedboom, emerged victorious to secure a place in the lower bracket where they would encounter Team Spirit. And they were prepared. Boomy Sports CEO Gary Onkoputera and team captain Skem decided to gain the Yatoro buff by saving their heads in an attempt to outshine Yatoro himself. Yatoro saved his head to win TI. We doubled down because we need to beat him and TI, their CEO stated. Sadly for Yatoro, who chose not to save his head this time, fell prey to the very buff he initiated.
The ODOs he missed, the save comes out from the Marcy. That was exactly what they needed. And now the pullback. Do they have enough? They do. Yatoro down. No buyback. Oh, revealing himself. He's
got a ward on the right. He sees them all.
They're thinking about it. Jump forward, spear back, arena down. Get over here. Round 2 with the refresher. Tim's in. They're catching. They're killing. Boom. They're doing it all. Team Spirit, they don't have the answer. There are still no buybacks. Still dead for a little while longer. They chase him down. Big blasts and another take one. Take it down. Nero looking, hoping, desperately want to take this out. But Tim's, he runs in. He punches the ancient Team Spirit. They don't have an answer. GG! Boom, come in and upset the champs. You couldn't write it any better.
Team Spirit now had to wait another whole year for a chance to win the International again. During the season that followed, Team Spirit parted ways with Toronto Tokyo and Lard took his place in the middle lane. But the next season was pretty much the Gaming Gladiator and Liquid Soul, with Gaming Gladiators coming out on top every single time, thanks to their newly added mid laner Queen. They won 3 majors in a row and 2 Dream League seasons, which by the way had a larger prize pool than Valve's official major event itself. That's 5 incredible tournament wins in a row, setting a new milestone in the Dota 2 scene. Then came the International. Would it be the 3-time back-to-back major winners Gaming Gladiators, who had the strongest early to mid-season success, or would it be Team Spirit who started to get momentum toward the end of the season? As these 2 teams would go on to face each other in the grand finals, a perfect finale featuring 2 best formidable teams that had proven themselves worthy of reaching the finals. But how did they get there? Team Spirit had a perfect record with 4 wins, 0 losses and 0 draws on the group stage, while Gaming Gladiators secured 2nd place in their bracket with 2 series victories, 1 loss and 1 draw. However, there was a twist this time. Group stage was divided into 2 phases and now they had to go through phase 2, which acted as a seeding decider. Team Spirit dominated Shopify Rebellion with the 2-0 score and moved on.
You're taking damage here, but they managed to get the connection onto RTZ. The damage, though, is not really massive, and now they're refreshing, and Toro is the one kind of losing that. Oh my god, the poster from the sidelines. RTZ is gone. Team Spirit, they get the carry. Can they do it without him? They've taken down Crit as well. Collapse trying to fight up with Arbed here, but Poster from the sidelines just blasting out the impetuses. Long with the ultra kill. Moving on to Saberlight. Saberlight trying to do what he can, but there's nothing left in the tank. Centaur's gonna drop a rampage for Lal to finish off this game. Sure, the buybacks are there, but they can't defend against this.
Gaming Gladiators, on the other hand, had to face Talon in the decider match, the same team that had knocked them out of Riyadh Masters just 3 months earlier. It proved to be a recurring theme as Gaming Gladiators once again fell short with a 1-2 score. They were now just 1 series away from concluding their year with disappointment, despite their early achievements as 5 times consecutive champions in the year.
For the instant buybacks, Solid Guardian back into the middle with Savage, of course, has that second life. Down to the southern side, though, Ace gets some time to charge away, but the Fissure stops him from escaping. The Archer gets blown up as well, and now Quinn.
Starting in that lower bracket, a single series enough to be able to wipe you out. They would love to be able to pick off Rapture here.
The Archio, Savage, refresher used for the double waveform. That
they still can't
is all she wrote Talon and Savage, take your freaking bow. What a comeback performance from the Southeast Asian boys. They are never out of any game.
Following that, Team Spirit speed ran upper bracket, losing only one single game in each of their series against VP and Team Liquid. They even toured the new LGD despite them showing how strong they were. On the other hand, Gaming Gladiators had to fight for their lives every single series. However, they showed everyone why they were 5-time consecutive champions. They were speedrunning lower bracket themselves by only dropping one game against their rival of the year Team Liquid, showing themselves worthy of being a TI Grand finalist.
Tier 4 to get another round of the Shadow Strike daggers out into the two of them. Shiro trying to step forward. The illusions out, but Duracho is pretty much ignoring them, hitting onto the tier 3.
Shiro's
they
in
capture
trouble.
him with the sun. Ace stepping forward. They're going to pull back with the rift. Shiro's in trouble. The Hex is there, thrown down on towards Duracho.
Shiro?
Not enough to
He's
fight
caught.
back to save Shiro. Shiro taken out. Short of the money on buyback. You also to fall. They don't have the buybacks here. LGD is Gaming Gladiators, taking them down one by one. Stood over the walls, nothing to say. He's also out. We have no buyback. The tier 4's exposed. They're looking to close it up. It's over. GG is called. Gaming Gladiators take this one 2-0. We'll be moving on to the grand final.
The question remained, would the victors be the team that conquered the upper brackets or the team that swept through the lower brackets with dominance? And then came the final boss of the event. Yatoro meant business this time. He was determined to win. After losing last year TI to a buff that he once initiated himself, he was done.
He did it again! TI-10, he did it! We see it right now as well. Yatoro has sacrificed his hair for the Dota gods.
The second I saw him walk out, I got chills. He shaved his head. He sacrificed his hair. That is how he won TI-10. He started the trend of going bald for TI, and he came to win today. I would be worried if I were Gaming Gladiators.
Yes.
Others have tried to copy him. Others have tried to go bald to win a TI. They failed.
And it would work wonders for him. They not only beat Gaming Gladiators, they ate them up with a whooping 3-0 score, becoming the third team to ever achieve a 3-0 victory in a TI Grand Final.
Gonna need one hell of a primal split here.
Yatoro starts pushing forward. Mira doesn't quite get it there, and they actually stop the Spear Breaker right in front of their base, but they're locked in by the shards. Quinn's able to hop around it, but now this it holds him in place. He can't do anything against that, but at least the Brewmaster can. Gets up
they
the
kick
split,
him in.
but the throne is exploded, and now he's been pulled
Welcome
back.
to hell.
Oh no! It is too much for Gaming Gladiators to be able to handle. They are not going to be able to get through this. They have to pray to get out, but the Cathedral is merciless. It is Team Spirit who are unstoppable. They will take it. The best team in the whole goddamn world, without a doubt. Silence every other team.
They completed TI-12 without dropping a single series throughout the tournament. Just like at Triad Masters 2023, they only lost 2 games. Not series, games. Absolute peak performance, as Notel tweeted. So, is the ball buff real? From Yatoro's first TI win, then insane upsets as well as ball buff battles, then eliminating the champs who started the trend itself at TI-11, which by the way, Valve had to come up with a ball buff tracker, and finally with another Aegis win with it. It could actually be real. Whether it's real or not, it has undeniably become a meme in our community. But do you know what's not real? TI-12's prize pool. The International is renowned for having the highest prize pool in esports history. But Team Spirit only walked away with $1.4 million, which is 3.5 times less than what they won at Riyadh Masters 2023. Another crazy fact, each player on Team Spirit won 2.5 times more at TI-10 than the whole team won at TI-12. One single player received $3.6 million compared to the whole team winning $1.4 million is actually insane. But do you know what's more insane? Our next video. So if you enjoyed today's video and are more into this type of content, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you again in another crazy video.